everybody, John the Other here, obviously. Now, you have probably heard by now about a politician, a member of parliament in Canada named Peter Golding, who said something that got him into a little bit of trouble. He advised other members of parliament to wear a personal camera. I think he suggested that it be hidden, but he certainly indicated that members of parliament, male high-profile politicians, should wear a camera to, and in his words, prevent besmirchment of his character. Now, he's got himself into a little bit of trouble by saying this, and less than a day later he's already bowing and scraping and apologizing, and he's retracted his statement. It was inappropriate, he shouldn't have said it. Wrong. The political beating that he's taking right now, I guess that's par for the course because we live in a highly feminized culture. You're not really allowed to defend yourself. It's not fair. But anybody aware of sort of recent political history will already know that false allegations of sexual misconduct are essentially the modern go-to tactic to derail, to sideline, to foreclose a high-profile man from further advancement in his career. Dominique Strauss-Kahn being probably the most famous example. False allegations of sexual misconduct are commonplace, especially against high-profile male people in a corporate or business or a political environment. So Peter Golding was right when he said MPs should wear a camera to protect themselves. Where he went wrong was in the language that he used. Now, I've worked in a business environment a lot of the time, and a voice recorder is absolutely normal and commonplace. Not to protect against false allegations, but because when you're in a meeting, when you're doing a business transaction or a deal, or you're negotiating, you want to record what was said so that later on, when you're actually drafting up your legal agreements, you get all the particulars down according to what you agreed. So, Peter Golding said camera, I say voice recorder, but actually both are a good idea. This is a Sony model. It's relatively cheap. I think I got it for about 45 bucks. And I've used it to do the audio track on a number of my YouTube videos. The one recently where the audio was very low quality, I had this in my hand like this, waving it around while I talked on the phone. Most of the time I use it, I put it on a desk or I have it in a shirt pocket, and the voice quality is very good. I've also done postering, particularly putting up men's rights posters, and when I do that, it's not unusual to have confrontations with enthusiastic and potentially violent feminists. And when I do that, I wear a wearable camera. This is a GoPro. It's hanging on a strap around my body. It's very inconspicuous. It hangs down under my arm here. When I need it, I swing the thing up, sit it in the middle of my chest, and turn it on with one button push. When you do that, suddenly everybody who wanted to punch your face in is very, very polite all of a sudden and very agreeable, and they quite often want to leave immediately. What are you recording for? So you don't punch me in the face, jackass. But it also is a powerful disincentive for people to falsely accuse you. And the people I work with in a corporate environment and in a non-corporate environment all know me, and they know that I carry from time to time a voice recorder or a camera. It's not unusual. This is the new normal. The guy's probably going to end his political career, and that's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. Even though I don't much like politicians, this guy was right. So, just as you wouldn't have sex without a condom, don't do business without a recorder. Thanks very much, and have a great